Okay, and we're live. It's been a couple weeks, but we are back with another Grey's Anatomy crew call. And we're here with Mel. Hi, Mel.
Hi.
And what's your title, Mel?
I'm the department head hairstylist.
Yes, you are. And how long have you been with us here at Grey's Anatomy?
I've been here since season 4.
Wow. And you've been the department head for how long?
The department head since season 6.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think
Forever.
Yeah.
Basically forever. And so tell us a little bit of background. How did you come to this sort of decision in your life?
Well, I'm from a small town and I worked in a hair salon, and I decided to move to Hollywood because I wanted to pursue like doing hair for television and film. And I had no idea where to start. So I decided to go to Rodeo Drive and find the fanciest hair salon and just start talking to people. And I got a job, and I went from a full clientele to just shampooing people's hair. But I was on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, and I just started talking to people and telling them what I wanted to do, and an actress snatched me up, and she said, come work with me. So I worked on a non-union show for 3 years to get into the union, and this really was my first gig after that.
Wow. So you specifically went the Rodeo Drive angle because you figured that would be a good way to meet people and see people that way.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Okay. And so then how long have you actually been doing shows and stuff as opposed to being a personal like stylist?
This actually is my first television show. So before that I did like a couple movies and just the non-union work. So I worked really hard to get into the union for 3 years.
Right. So was non-union fun though? Did you like that, or was it? I mean, the goal was to get union.
The goal was
though,
to get union,
so you could get the better jobs, right? Okay, so it seems self-explanatory in terms of what a hair department person would do, but you're also the department head. So kind of, what all does that entail other than ponytails?
Yeah, right. Well, I'm usually the first one here, and so it's usually about 5 a.m. And
so glamorous. It's a glamorous
very glamorous,
job, right?
And going through like what we're doing throughout the day, like what scenes, what we've shot, what we haven't, and just keeping continuity for the show.
That's a big thing, continuity, obviously.
Yeah.
And is it more challenging for you when we're doing our so-called double-up days, when we've got 2 full units going?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's 2 units, one starting a show and ending a show, and lots of hair changes all day long.
Mm-hmm. Now, I've actually had a couple people asking about last night's episode, if you did the hair, and yes, we were actually going to talk about that, because that was slightly different. We're usually in the hospital. Every once in a while, it tends to be on our milestone episodes that you get to glam people up. And do you enjoy that? That
I love it.
Fun?
Actually, last night was probably one of my favorite episodes. It was my favorite to shoot, and it was my favorite to watch.
And why was that?
I love seeing the girls like a little bit more glamorous and not in ponytails, and we're able just to kind of do what we want and keep it modern and fun, and also they all love it. All the actors love it.
Now, and do they give you input on that, or do you kind of still scan the magazines looking for ideas, or because we kind of have to? I mean, you have, like you said, you have to keep a continuity of hairstyle,
and we have to make sure that we are in Seattle, and we are it's not a runway thing, or it is
supposed to be kind of realistic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm also getting questions about if you have other people who work with you. Yes, you do have a department.
Yes,
How many people do you have with you?
I have 2 people that work with me.
Mm-hmm. And then, sorry, the bug just flew right in my face. And then on our double days or heavier days, do you sometimes have to get additional people to help you out?
Probably like 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then there'll be 6 of us.
Right. And do you all have specific people that you work on, or you kind of everybody jumps in as needed?
We do. I do divide it up, so the 3 of us have equal share of like the girls and the guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, the guy. I mean, do you really have to do the guys? I mean, come on, let's face it.
Well, it depends on which ones.
That's true. Got to make them look good too. So, what are a couple of the must-have skills as a hairstylist? I mean, everybody always kind of mentions being able to think on their feet and being very organized and that kind of thing. But what else do you think specifically you guys need?
Well, for us, we need
You're so many things.
I know, so many things. Skills. I mean, just like keeping current, and also trying out tons of products. That's like one of our favorite things to do, is like just finding out what works for longevity, like to keep the hairstyles the same, and to
is it any of it have to do with efficiency and speed of it? Like this would be a great hairstyle, but it would take too long? Do you ever have that kind of thought?
We definitely have, like, we have to keep our hairstyles simple and speed and something easy that we can keep them in all day for 14 hours looking the same.
Right. Well, isn't a part of the bane of your existence too is the scrub caps, isn't it? Because when they come out of the scrub caps, then suddenly you have to do hair.
Yeah, exactly. In the middle of the day.
Right, as opposed to after. So, and I noticed just personally that Ellen's hair is a little bit shorter this year too. Does that make it easier for you guys, or does that give you more choices, or does that?
It makes it a little easier, like on timing and everything, and I think it looks really cute on her.
It's a very flattering style on her. Yeah. Someone else is asking, like, where do you get your ideas? Is it just from magazines or just in the world?
And, what's the latest trends out there?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what is the best thing about your job, other than like all the cool products?
I know, cool products. The best thing actually is to be a part of this show, where we have shot over 250 episodes. We've gone, 12 seasons, and that's a big thing. And I'm also working with really talented people, whether it's the actresses and the actors or the crew. Like, I think we're all on top of our game.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. I think what's interesting about what you guys do, too, is that it's, again, one of those invisible, I always like to call it the invisible jobs, where because you do it well, people don't think about it. They just think, oh, that person woke up, did their hair. It's like, no, the hairstylist.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of thought and hard work.
Exactly, to make it look like there was no thought behind it. And that's always amazing to me. So what kind of advice would you give to somebody who is thinking, I would say, like someone who has no experience whatsoever, who didn't come from a stylist background, but felt they wanted to do this?
Well, first thing, like, go to school, to cosmetology school. That's like the main thing. And if you wanted to get into doing hair for television and film, like, move to Hollywood and just set a goal and work on it every day.
Okay. Someone's asking, what's the average time to do hair? I'm sure it varies on
20 minutes.
20. That's your best.
20 minutes is all we got.
Now, you also mentioned earlier that you're the first one in, and you're also probably the last ones out. It's you and makeup and wardrobe are the people that are sort of always here. So again, it's not particularly glamorous, but it is. You do get to see it all. I think that's kind of it. Who's hair do you normally do? Well, someone's asking whose hair you normally do first. It's whoever's working is whose hair she does first. And did you do April's wedding hair?
No, I did not.
You did not. Who did that?
No, Jason.
Jason did that. Yeah, Jason did a good job on that. Do you prefer the more outrageous-y kind of things, or do you like when we just did the party where it's just sort of a glamorous version of them, or do you prefer like creating something outrageous?
Well, what I also enjoy that we do a lot is all car accident victims and like the blood and creating like how are we going to look like it's pavement in their hair and stuff like that. So there's a whole other side to the show that is fun and creative.
And with those sort of people, how much lead time do you get for that kind of thing? Obviously, we do have a little bit of prep. You have a bit of meetings, I'm sure, with the directors and stuff. So is that kind of on the fly, or do you have a bit of time to prepare?
No, we have time to prepare for that.
Good.
For sure.
Good. Let's see, is there 2% hairstyles? So I'm just reading all these questions here. Hairstyles in a meeting, and whose hair must go with Thursday? Yeah, everyone's asking kind of the same questions over and over again. So I think that's kind of about it. Thank you so much for giving up the beginning of your lunch on this busy, hectic day, as we always have. And thank you guys for tuning back in with us after our 2-week kind of hiatus of not doing this. Appreciate it. And I guess we say goodbye.